Today I'm going to show you how to set up your studio mic step by step so that it best captures your beautiful voice. Let's get to it. Hi singers, my name is Ronja Peterson and I'm here to geek out on your voice. So I know that you work hard on your voice and the natural next step is that you want to record it. Maybe you're a songwriter and you want to share your art with your audience, or you have to record yourself for an audition. And this is definitely something you can do at home with your own gear. So I created a 3-episode mini-series to show you first how to set up your studio mic, then how to sing into it, and lastly, how to record your vocals onto your computer. Lewitt Microphones have generously donated their LCT 440 pure condenser mic to showcase the techniques in these videos. And if you want to know more about this great mic, you can check it out in the description of this video. Now, this is a condenser mic, which is pretty common when you're recording vocals, but there's also other types of mics. But the tips that you will learn in these videos are applicable to most mics. Okay, no more talks. Let's get to the 5 steps to set up your studio mic. Step 1 is to attach your microphone to your microphone stand. So this here is a regular tripod stand that has this threaded end, and then you take the mount and you screw it in like this. Now this here might look a little bit different, this mount, than what you're used to. You might have seen this dynamic microphone before that has this kind of mount where you just put it in and out like this. So you can see that this is different. It has shock absorption, which helps with the shocks when you're singing. So then you just place it in like this, nice and easy. Now one thing to be aware of here is that you want to make sure that you point the microphone the right way. I know this might sound quite simple, but nevertheless I have managed to record with it the wrong way. So just make sure that the logo, here we see Lewitt's logo, is facing towards you, and then you should be a-okay. Step 2 is to attach your pop filter. Now what this does is that it helps to reduce these popping sounds from plosives such as P's or B's. Now what happens here is that there's this fast air that moves really quickly into the microphone, and it can cause it to overload, which results in this sort of breathy, deep sound. And you don't really want that in recording. Maybe you've heard it before. It kind of sounds like this. Peter Parker. The screen should be placed about 2 to 3 inches from your mic. This is enough to allow for the air to get dispersed before it hits the mic. And now for my European friends, this is about 5 to 8 centimeters. So that it works like this. Now, if you don't have the means to get one of these guys right now for yourself, there's tons of cool videos here on YouTube that shows you how to make one of your own with a coat hanger and some pantyhose. So that's super cool. You can check that out as well. Step 3 is to adjust the height of your stand. And so what you do is that you just turn the knob lefty-loosey to get it to move. Then you want to place it so that's right in front of your mouth. Nice and easy like this, where you stand comfortably and relaxed. And then you tighten the knob again, and then you're all good to go. Step 4 is to aim your mic. Now, a very common way is to have your mic like this, where it's just straight up and down. What you can also do is that you can aim it downwards a little bit, like this. If you want to get a little bit more of a chesty, heavier sound, then you can aim it down like this. This is also helpful if you have a lot of plosives that you still didn't get rid of from your filter. Aiming it like this will also help it so that you're not singing so directly into the mic. Now the last thing that you can do with aiming is that you can also aim it up like this. And what this is known to do is that if you have a heavy vocal, you can lighten it up a little bit by pointing it upwards. Now, if recording is new to you, I recommend that you start with this neutral position, because then you get used to how your voice sounds when it's just aimed straight at you. And then once you have that starting point and you know how that sounds, then you can experiment with tilting the microphone up or down. Step 5 is to plug in your mic. Now, once you have it all set up and nice like this, it's time to plug in your XLR cable. And as you can see, it's this cable that has these 3 holes. So it's the female end and it plugs into the 3 prongs here. And what you want to listen for when you do this is this sound. then you know you're all good to go. This cable then connects to a box like this. There's many different kinds, but basically what they do is that they have this end for your cable that you can place it into, and then it connects to your computer. And that's what helps you get your vocals from here onto your computer. Now, the third video in this mini-series is all about how to get your vocals recorded onto your computer in the most simple ways. So I recommend that you check that out. Step 6 is to isolate your sound. Now, this is actually a bonus step I have for you guys because I know the video says 5 steps. But one thing that you should do, it has nothing to do with the mic setup, but it will really affect your recording greatly in a positive way if you get some isolation between you and the outside noises. Also, if you have a room with a lot of hard surfaces that the sound can bounce around off of, you also want to isolate yourself from that. So what we usually use are these foam boards that you see behind me. Now, they're not usually structured like this. Usually we sort of close them in around me so that I have the space to myself and that I'm isolated off. And now if you don't have something like this, you can actually use stuff from your home, like with the pop filter. You can use duvets or blankets, just anything to sort of isolate your sound from the outside noises. I'm all about getting to work what you can and working with what you got. Throughout this mini-series, my musical partner in crime, Thomas from Trick the Light, and we've worked on one of our new songs called I Never Really Wanted You to Go. And in this song, we're using all the techniques from this 3-part mini-series. So if you want to check out how it all sounds together, I invite you to click the link right here, where we're going to upload the song once the music video is done. And we're super excited to hear what you geeks think about it. Now, all there's left to say is that I am super excited for the next time where we're going to continue to geek out on your voice to create the sound that you want.